Yeah, today we will see.
I slept all night on a big white ship. Seagulls were dancing all around. I woke up with a sunrise on the sea. Such a precious gift to me. The salty breeze and the waves. The slow pace. The salty breeze and the waves. I'm at the right place. I slept all night on a big white ship. girls were dancing all around. I woke up with a sunrise on the sea. Such a precious gift to me. The salty
Good morning once again, dear orienteering friends. It's really nice to join again for the commentary of these World Junior Championships in orienteering sports. We will have a second World Championships day. Yesterday was a sprint, and today a team event, sprint relay. And Karlskrona, Sweden, welcoming you again. So, bonjour, buongiorno, guten Morgen, god morgon, hur and so on. Dobre rano as well. We will have more than 70 teams on the start line today in this mixed sprint relay. As you can understand from the name mixed sprint relay, we'll have both genders competing, men and women together. 4 athletes in each team, 2 men and 2 women. Of course, if there is a problem with enough number of men, then the team could consist of 3 or even 4 women. Like for example, last year it was Croatia running with the 3 girls and 1 boy. But unfortunately, we will miss Croatian team, which won the bronze medal. The youngster, one of the twin sisters, Sara Delic, was the 3rd best in a sprint event. But now you could look at the map. I will explain a little bit later. But yeah, we have, as I said, 75 teams, 66 of them, like we can say, countable teams. Like 9 teams are mixed teams or consisting maybe of 2 athletes only. They will run the first 2 legs and they will finish. Several teams will have 3 teams, some maybe 1 or 2. And we have 30 unique teams, 30 with 1 at least team. Now you can watch and see some very tricky part from 9 to 10. As usually in a mixed sprint relays. It's not like sometimes in swimming and men competing in one of the legs together with a woman. It depends how they construct the team, but in orienteering sports, it's decided a schedule or order. It's a woman who are on the first and last 4th leg, and the men running the middle legs, the 2nd and the 3rd one. From the 17 to 18, also from the 14 to 15. That will demand from athletes to find quickly the quickest route choice. Yeah, you can see we will have approximately 5 minutes remaining. As I said, the woman running the first leg. Most of the teams setting their strongest. Woman on the last leg. You can see on the first rows. On the first row, we will see the last year best teams and defending champions, our Czech team. Last year, it was Hanna Vitkova, Daniel Belachowski, Tomasz Urbanek, and Lucy Dietrichova who won the gold. So they were 4th after the first leg, then turned into the lead after the 3rd leg. And Dietrichova held the leading position and brought home the gold medal for Czech Republic. Now the local country, Sweden, last year in Italy was 2nd, and Hungary, thanks to Rita Maramarossi on the last leg, moved from the 6th to the 3rd and won the bronze medal. Oh, you can see the start list. And Norway, who won in 2024 in Czech Republic, finished outside the medals into the 5th position last year. So Finland was 4th. They won the bronze in 2023 in Romania. And Australia, after 8 places in 2023 and 2024, finally moved to top of 6 last year. And Australia, we should reckon with Australia, with Aussies, 2 silver medalists in Australian team, Ben and Horley. And also very good result for last leg runner on the women's side, Katarina Mandrell. So, yeah, of course, France is one of, we can see Sweden. Persson, who was 12th yesterday, Leire, Arting, who was in top 10, and the champion in the sprint, Jan on the last leg, Hungary. Gold at Tobot brothers were very equal with the 16th and 18th place. And yeah, Finland missing best guy yesterday. That was Civil. Only Civil was 15th and best Finn, and not in a team. Instead of him running Sorsa and Toirila. Yeah, Toirila was the best Finn last year in the spring, but they couldn't produce the same performance yesterday. And Sorsa was second best Finn with the 24th place. Well, you can see Australian team. They will battle for the medals, definitely. 2 silver medalists on the second and third leg for Australia. And of course, Sweden will battle, because Sweden having the champion from sprint, Järn on the last leg, Persson, who was very high placed, 12th yesterday, and Atting in top 10, later was 30th, but still, Sweden, of course, contenders for the medals. France, except you could look at the France, because the France also made most consistent performance yesterday. Now, France didn't win any medal, contrary to the Switzerland, who will battle for the medals, contrary to Australia, contrary to Sweden, but France is only team with all 4 athletes in top 10 yesterday, and 3 of them in top 6. Yeah, that's De La Haye and Philibert, both in the 4th place, Gaudion in 5th, and Calandry in the 7th place. So, but of course, as you know, individual race is individual race, and relay is always a relay. You could be the sprint champion, and in the relay you could miss punch or finished 25th or 39th or something like that, because relay is different competition, and of course it's also very responsible moment, and sometimes the champions do great also in the relay, but sometimes in the relay can anything happen. And we have started the second day, this mixed sprint relay with a woman on a first leg. So Czech Republic defending champions with bib number 1, Sweden the silver medalist with 2, bronze medalist Hungary with 3, and Finland finished 4th with bib number 4, Norway 5, Australia 6, Great Britain 7. Britain has only James Hammond from the last year relay. He will run the third leg. France, yeah, only 8th last year. France finished 8th. They started with Lucy Gaudion with 12th place after the first leg, and then they moved a little bit up. Antoine Derlot was fastest on the second leg from all athletes. So Antoine Derlot was fastest and brought France into the 5th place, but Perrin and De La Haye moved a little bit lower down the French team. That was last year, and the winners, Czech Republic, beat course 4th after the first leg, but just a few seconds behind the leaders. So, from the leading teams, none of them consisting with all the same athletes. Here we have Hungary with the 3 from last year bronze medalists. That's both Sobot brothers and Janka Mikas on the last leg. Esther Gold is a newcomer. Remember, Rita Maramanossi did great last leg, bringing Hungary onto the podium, and now she's into the elite. Finland has 2. Czechia has only 1. Yeah, Czechia has only 1 from last year. Hanno Soas, Serb and Stepova, the newcomers, but only one who ran last year and won the gold. together with Vitko Belachowski and Dietrichow is Tomasz Urbanek. He will run the third leg. Yeah, and Czechia missing the second best man from yesterday, Andrej Brož, who was 10th. But yeah, he was just 3 seconds faster than Tomasz Urbanek, who finished 13th. So, of course, we must not look just only to the place. We must evaluate the performance. And, of course, coaches know better. Almost always know better. There could be some Norwegian cross-country skiing fans would argue that Thomas Northug was not included in 2006 in Torino Olympic Games, and Norway won just one medal with Frode Estil. And Sergor, the coach, said that Northug has no place, too young, but maybe not the case when coaches knows better. Maki Hokkonen from Finland running the first leg. Yes, they finished just outside the top 20 in 22nd place. She didn't run last year. Yeah, Vendla Lehtonen was a little bit higher position as Anni, 2 positions higher in 20th place, but Maki Hokkonen is on to the first leg in the Finnish team. So 3.5 minutes almost passed. As I said, there are 30 unique teams, 66 who will fight for the medals. Yeah, like yesterday. Not yesterday, but last year. Switzerland, the second team and the best place. Swiss first team was battling for the medals after the third leg. Swiss first team was in the 3rd position. But Sandwald, the last year sprint champion, the gold medalist, missed punch in the last leg. So Swiss first team was not among the results. So therefore, some strongest teams have 2nd and 3rd team, and best from those will count. Yeah, just early part of the relay. Yeah, it's a sprint relay, so you cannot lose a minute or 2 in the early part. Then it anyway will be very difficult to regain. Yeah, Spain also with around top 20 both men yesterday and top 20 finisher the woman. And that was Amisen, Monica running first leg. She was 19th yesterday. And Bernardino, who was only 43rd running the last leg. But Otero and Gonzalez for the men Spanish team, 21st, 22nd yesterday. And Polish team with last year's silver medalist, Rzeńcza, who finished yesterday 26th. Rzeńcza is not running today mixed relay. For the Polish boys will be Stanislav Drapel on the 2nd and Jędrzej Pacznik on the 3rd leg. You can see the bib. Number 8, Lucie Gaudion. Yesterday she was among top 6. Run from the French team last year as well. Yeah, and a sprint relay. The format I already tried to explain, 4-member team relay. Yeah, first and last leg must be a woman. Forking is used. And each federation is allowed to have a maximum 3 teams. Yeah, temporary closed areas, such as construction sites or scaffoldings, are marked. And of course, the sectors Oscar Johansson and Pontus Pettersson. And the expected winning time, around 1 hour. 58 minutes, 60 minutes, something. France in the lead, and you can see Radzikowski is the 7th place winner. So Radzikowski, as I already told yesterday, starting from 2023, she has won at least 1 medal in each World Junior Championships. Yesterday she, individually, I mean. So yesterday she finished 7th, so tomorrow will be long distance. She will search for another medal to continue this successful streak with at least 1 medal. in each championships. Terrain normal to slightly complex Swedish city structure. Some park areas with grass, scattered trees and bushes, and some passable and impassable hedges and other vegetation. About 80%, 85% hard surface and 15% the grass. You can see France is Lucie Gaudion in the lead. That slight lead. Radikowski there, Maki Hokkonen. So Finland, of course, is searching to return on the podium. The Finland won the bronze in 2023 in Romania, then finished 7th in 2024 in Czechia and just outside podium last year in Italy. Persson, Sweden, home country, Australia, Clausen doing Lithuania very nice. Rimkute in top 10. Then Czech teams in the middle of the second, 10th, 15th place. Again, France, Gaudion, Lucie. So France, Finland, Switzerland, Sweden. Yeah, those, Rachel Good doing good, well as well for second team. Rachel, good run for the Swiss team, second, also last year. And Australia, maybe Czech Republic, the title defenders, not so close to the leaders at the moment. Marketa Hanusova flying into the 16th place. You can see the GPS. Arena passage. Athletes will receive some cheering from the crowd. Still Lucie from France in the lead. Yeah, some 15 minutes per leg for the fastest times. So 2/3 already completed for the first leg runners. 1/3 remaining approximately. Lithuania doing very good. Rimkute claiming up another 2 places. And Lithuania among top 6. Oh. Leading Baltic country, Lithuania. Last year, Lithuania finished outside the top 20. Just 21st. Rimkute also last year around the first leg. Then she was 16th, but now doing much better. Kaunuolis, Rimkute. Cameraman also doing good running. Not managing to keep this tempo. Now once again you can follow. Now you can see the distance. The blue route or the red route. And it's a difference 24 meters. The blue one is a shorter. We can see Finland with Maki Hokkonen and Finland and the local Swedish Persson also taking this little bit longer route. Very close, the leaders to each other. Switzerland following closely to the France. That's Henrik Radzikowski. following Gaudion. So Radzikowski run the Swiss first team last year, the first leg. Now the men for the second leg waiting. In 2 minutes time, there will be real exchange. So very close battle for the leading position between the first two teams. They have both finished outside not only top 3 but outside the top 6 last year. I mean France and Switzerland. Switzerland was 10th, France into the 8th position. So therefore, accordingly, with the 8th and 10th bibs number they are running. Of course, they are strong teams. Didn't have enough luck. So, but anyway, Lucy Gaudion, who was just 12th last year after the first leg, now improving and doing excellent job. Très bien. Excellent. Lucy this year is fantastic first leg. Premier plus leading first place for the France, and then following another team, Henriette Radzikowski from Switzerland, and Rachel Good, another Swiss girl, and Spain, Armisen, who was in the 19th yesterday, among top 20, the best Spanish girl. Excellent job as well. And Maki Hokkonen, Finland into the 5th place. Hanusova, Czech Republic. That's not the Czech first team. And Rimkute 7th, very close to the top 6. So the Lithuania doing better from all the Baltic countries. So I should mention that Latvia, their leader, Ilz, second year in a row in top 10. And with his 8th place, Ilze Jumite managed to earn Latvia's best ever place at the World Junior Championships for the women. But she has a little foot injury. Therefore, she is missing today's sprint relay, concentrating on tomorrow's long distance. So Latvia missing Ilze today very much. Last year, in a sprint relay, Ilze Jumit ran the last leg and set the fastest time, absolutely fastest time from the last 4 leg. Now top 30 exchanging. So let's see right now what will happen. France in the lead, then followed by 2 Swiss teams. Australia there, Spain is there as well. And of course there will take place some changes when the men started their job. Now you can see the first leg from the woman, GPS. Spain with 2 teams in top 6. That's really excellent. Remember, boys did very good, 21st, 22nd place, and Arnesen was 19th also. Quite good. For some countries, maybe 19th or 21st place is not so good, but for some countries that would be a dream. Well, usually like 145th or 157th places, the smaller nations. But they are still there trying to improve, like Brazil, like Colombia, Hong Kong and other countries. And that's very nice that we are having them. Otherwise, we would have like 5, 6 countries battling for the medals only. Now for the France, running Simon Calambri. He was 7th yesterday, second best Frenchman. For Spain, on the second leg, it's Alvaro Perez Otero, 21st yesterday. And yes, for Swiss team, second leg is performed by Loic Berger. So Loic, it's a Swiss name in alpine skiing in slalom. Loic Meillard, one of the best slalom racers in the world champion. But this is Loic Berger. Yeah, he was one of the best Swiss. They mispunched and no result for Loic Berger. He was included in the team because Mathieu Bure, yesterday's champion, running the last leg. And then Gratian Bay was 37th. So that's a big difference from the first and second Swiss yesterday. So Paris Otero, Spain overtakes France, but you could see the margins very, very small. So leading teams very tightly together. It's again another very warm, very hot day across the Europe. The Spanish Alvaro Perez Otero taking the better route choice. And Calandri. He has a gold medal from 2024 at the European Youth Under 16 in a sprint event. And so yesterday, in the seventh place, he earned his best result at the World Junior Championships because of last year in Italy, he was 17th, and that was 17th place until yesterday. Best individual performance for him at the junior category. But in the youth, he has won, and that was a gold. Alvaro Perez Otero, just outside top today. Also, without any doubt, a good performance. Last year he was 43rd, two times higher this year individually.
Spain went to the right. Very nice to see. They're taking different route choices. It's only separated by 13 meters.
The green one
France took the short
is
route. He
shortest,
was in the lead.
the red one the longest.
There is a gap down now to, is it Swiss 2, Finland, Czechia is on the way up.
So 20 minutes passed since the start.
A little bit after.
So one third
Two gaps now.
or more completed
We'll see
the men on a second leg.
when they come to TD3, when they punch at control number 12, I think. Yeah, they will get the exact times.
Yeah, for Spain, we'll follow Gonzalez, who was very similar with Otero yesterday.
It's a good option. It's the
For
short
France,
400
yesterday's fourth place winner.
doing really good
We'll do
already.
the third leg, Nathan Philibert.
They have the same
Yeah, France has good chances. Philibert was fourth yesterday, and De La Haye on the last leg also was fourth. But Sweden counting on Freya Järne, the sprint champion, and Atting on the third leg. He was 10th yesterday. Calandri holding France in the lead, then followed by Otero, Spain, trailing 9 seconds back and lying into the second place. And here comes the Czech Republic. It's a finish, and Czech, Serb, yesterday's best Czech with the sixth place. Serb Vladimir, moving Czech team into the top six. Gasser, Berger, Denmark, doing very good. And Australia, Dent, yesterday's silver medalist, climbing some positions higher, up. Sosa. So they now can follow Australia. And that was Owen Radjevski, who was the third best Australian yesterday. He's running for the second team. It was 9 seconds early. Calandri was in front of the Spanish. And now it's 15. Calendar has added to his lead another 6 seconds. Serber just together with Perez, 16 behind Sorsa, Finland. Fourth, Gasser there. Berger, two Swiss teams, equally performing at the moment, completing top 6. And Dent, less than half minute. Almost we can say half minute, 29 seconds behind. And of course, still in contention. So another strong runner for Australia. Horley, Cooper on the next leg. At Calendry. By every 100 meters, adding 1 second to his lead. It was 9, now it was 15 seconds. He's in front of the two chasing teams, Spain and Czech Republic, but Vladimir Srb doing a very good job. He has 2 gold medals in the relay at the European Youth Under 18, bronze medalist in the sprint, and has a medals in ski orienteering, Vladimir Srb. And yesterday he managed to do top 6, first time at the World Junior Championships. Arena Passage with France in the place. Let's see what those 15 seconds will turn right now. It will be more than 10, but approximately the same as it was before. 14 seconds. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 seconds. The chasing team has come closer, but not significantly. The same 14:30, 14:15. Dent moving up, and it was 29 seconds, and now 22. Elliot Dent, 2 minutes from yesterday. Moving closer to Calendry. Yeah, remember, Australia was 8th in 2023. The same 8th position for them in 2024 and last year. Finally, they were among the top Aussies, among the top 6. Yeah, after the second leg by Cooper Hurley, Australia was lying in the 4th place. And then dropped 2 positions lower. Ackler, Italian there. Oh yeah, Dienis. Yeah, Dienis running for Lithuania, and Lithuania dropping down. Remember, Rimkute was 7th after the first leg. Oh, Calendry will play some football maybe here. France, one of the strongest nations in football. Now the World Cup football takes place, and here in Sweden. Sweden was also semi-finalist some years ago, many years ago. Yeah, some think that the cross-country skiing, biathlon, but football actually most popular in Sweden. Now GPS tracking. It's in slow motion. You can see this. The red one 428, blue one 511, and 447 is the green. So the red one is the shortest way. See Sweden taking this, Australia second team, Norwegian team. Still coming a Calendry. But Serber coming a little bit closer. Not significantly, but another few seconds. That will be around 10, 12 seconds maybe at the end. They are coming into arena again. It will be second relay exchange. Now the third leg will start. Another second leg in a row for the boys. And it's much closer. It's not anymore 10 or 12. It looks like closer. And now Philibert takes the relay for the third leg. France in the lead, and Srb, best Czech yesterday. Exchanges Urbanek, the only Czech from the last year gold medalist. So the title defenders, 7 seconds behind and still in contention to defend their title. And France, from the 8th place now, will try to go and battle for the medal. Sorsa from Finland, 23 seconds behind. And Finland in contention and Spain doing good. And Australia, Dent, in the top 6, but in terms of time, Dent lost. Remember, it was 22, and now it's more than 30, 33 seconds. And Berger, half second behind. Gasser, 36. So again, both Swiss teams in contention for top 6. But let's see then how it unfolds later. And Denmark doing very good in top 10. Of course, Spain also doing good. I counted Spain also for one of the medal contenders. Of course, the main, I said, was France, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Australia, and Sweden. Then we should count Spain, Finland, and Norway as another option. But Sweden, yes, Sweden, the local country, not doing so good. So an enviable task setting for yesterday's sprint champion, Freya Järne. Ola Reir losing 1 minute, and Sweden Sweden lying into the 10th position. You can see results, but they're trailing 1 minute. So yes, the sprint champion should regain 1 minute to earn the gold, or some 40 seconds to bring the local country onto the podium. Yes, Sweden has been on the podium last. No, the third leg runners. No, the third leg runners. But Sweden has been on the podium last 2 championships. Silver medalist last year and bronze medalist 2024. And for Sweden, now will run yesterday's top 10 finisher, Edvin Ting. Edvin Anger is one of the leaders in the Swedish cross-country team. Here's one of the leading orienteering athletes, Edvin as well, Atting. So you can see the France in different shirt, Philibert, then Calandre in this white one, no. Philibert another French color, blue one, and then Czech Urbanek, who was 9 positions behind Philibert yesterday. Now has catch him. He received the relay just 6 seconds, 7 seconds behind, and now he's like breathing into the neck of Philibert. And Finland and Australia, Cooper Horley and Toirila. Yeah, Toirila was not among 2 best Finns yesterday, but was running last year when Finland won the 4th place in the sprint relay mixed. And Bührer, yesterday's champion for Swiss team. He has an injury last year, therefore he was forced to miss this World Junior Championships in Italy. And he was one of the best, winning gold medals as well, 2024 in Czech Republic. And now he returned and showed who is the master at the World Junior category, winning the gold in the sprint yesterday in Karlskrona. And let's see what Bührer will produce on his 3rd leg here. Will he catch the France and Czech Republic? And again, Philibert has run away a little bit from Urbanek, Horley, and Toirila, 21 and 24 seconds behind accordingly. Okay, and Bührer 31 seconds. Then Spain with Bide, the 2nd Spanish team. Comes a Swiss. Okay. And last year champion Ingjerd from Norway, who was just outside the podium yesterday. So Norway desperately hoping to return on the podium. They were silver medalists in 2023, the champions in 2024, and just outside the podium with the fifth place last year. And Jonas Inger did the best leg last year. Third leg, he set the fastest time and brought Norway from the 12th position to the second place. Will he manage something similar this year? I fjor, Ingrid, tok Norge fra 12. plass til 2. plass. Han var best på tredje etappe. He was best in third leg, and now also. Yeah, some very good performances, but Europe and also Australians did excellent, fantastic job yesterday. And Australia doing very good also right now. On the first leg, they had Mila Kay. She was from last year top 6th place winner, but she was not the top 2 Australian yesterday. The best is Katarina Mondrell. She will run the last leg. She was 17th, and Enerby was 32nd, second best Australian. But coaches took Mila Kay. She was among the relay runners last year. You can see Calenday, but Philibert pulling away from Urbanek from Czech, and then Hurley and Sorsa. At the moment, we cannot see Hungary. Hungarian team also we should reckon with because Tobot brothers were 16th and 18th accordingly. And last leg runner Jan Kamikesh was in top 10. But Hungary, who was 2023 gold medal winners and bronze medalists last year, now struggling. You can see here 10 seconds separating the first two, 18 first and third, and Bure and Hurley running together. Urbanek on his own, then Koirila dropping. Bure has Switzerland into the medal contention. Yesterday's champion, performing like a champion today. And Koirila dropped a few positions down, and they'll beat them. Second Spanish team. Yeah, remember Spain was not among the top 10 last year. Spain finished 22nd. And if something extraordinary will not happen, Spain will improve by a big margin their last year result. You can see Czech and Swiss. 11 seconds. Bure again, coming a little bit closer to Philibert. Now he's together with Urbanek and Hurley, just 3 seconds behind them. So 3 teams, Czech Republic, Switzerland, and Australia, separated just by 3 seconds from the second to the fifth. And Finland into the 5th place, losing almost half minute. That's Koirila. Let's follow Philibert. Current leader, France leading into the 3rd leg. Last year, France didn't start so good, despite Derlot on the 2nd leg with the fastest time. France was in the 5th place, losing a little bit more than 20 seconds. And then Perrin was 19th on his leg. France dropped to the 7th place. And Fanny De La Haye performed 14th result. And France dropped from 7th to 9th overall, but there were one country with 2 teams in front, so therefore in front of France, so France was at the end 8th. Yeah, of course, if one country can take first, second and third place with all 3 teams, but of course it's only gold medal for them, and the silver and bronze will be added to another country. So one country cannot earn more than the 1 medal, or officially more than 1 place. There are like 2 result lists. One with all the teams included, and another one with only best team counted. 4 seconds at Arena Passage. So we will see very soon all 3 leading countries tightly together. Hurley also has gained some ground and only 10 seconds behind. So maybe Philibert was not so good at this. Doing, of course, very good, no doubt, but others are coming closer. And that's Finland. Sorsa. It was 28. Netoila. It was a 34 now. Yes. Another 6 seconds added, but other teams coming closer to Philibert. See Philip. There's Nathan. Philibert is still in front. And Madura started 32 seconds behind Philibert, and now it's almost there together. And now Atting into the ninth place, but there's still that minute that was before still. So Swedish hopes not completely faded, but reducing with every minute of this sprint relay race. Sweden finished a sixth 3 years ago, but was on a podium the last 2 years. So none of the country has been on a podium all the time last 3 years. It's Sweden 2 times, Hungary 2 times, and Norway 2 times. And Czech Republic has been last 3 years in top 6 in all 3 occasions. Sweden top 6, Hungary in top 6, and Norway in top 6. And very close was Finland to this one, with 3rd and 4th place. But the 7th they were in 2024. And France also was top 6 finishers in 2023, 2024. But last year, French team was outside top 6 with 8th result. Now GPS. And again, from control 19 to 20. It's a similar, it's 11 meters, but 11 meters could be 1.5 seconds something, according to their run speed. So Bühler, Urbanek and Philibert. So Switzerland now in the lead, and there is Hurley. So first 4 teams tightly together. 3rd exchange and last leg runners. Now Switzerland, Bühler, yesterday's champion, brought Switzerland into the lead. Now on the last leg, we'll see for Team Switzerland, Leonie Mattis, yesterday's silver medalist. Urbanek 7 seconds, Philibert 9 seconds, Hurley 12 seconds. So those 4 teams in a close contention for the medals. For other teams, that will be very difficult. Finland looking eagerly. Finland was lying in a 5th place. Finland, Anni Jantonen, she was 5th yesterday. And Finland is lying in a 5th place, but it was half minute. But now it looks like this deficit has increased, and Finland hopes to return on a podium after 2 years of absence, with the 7th and 4th place last 2 years, fading away 55 seconds. Rasmus Toirala exchanging 55 seconds behind. Now into the 5th. ENG exchanging 1 minute. Norge taper 1 minute. Norway's 1 minute behind and still a lot of ground, but something happened with the Australian team, I guess. It was other teams, yeah, because Finland was should be into the 5th and Norway into the 6th place, but something happened with the Australian team. Some problems with Miss Punch or something for Hurley. Let's see later. And that would be an for Australians. Like New Zealanders did a great job 2023 in Romania, but they had also some problems. Yeah, you can see we cannot see Australia there. One of the medal contenders. So Switzerland, Czech here, And France still remaining, but Australia is not there anymore. Ay, 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 ay. That's Finland and Norway close together, and then Sweden, the last year silver medalists, local country in a sixth position. They moved some 3 positions higher, but still they are minute 20 and something behind the top 3. Another exchanges. Yeah, later we'll know what happened with the Australian team. Hopefully. Let's see a little bit later. We can follow Leoni Matis. Yeah, Bure and Matis both earned the medals for the Swiss team. Now the French miss 4th place. And then the Czech Stepova, of course. And here comes yes, Australia is still running, so maybe everything will be okay. Just couldn't see them on the result. Now miss 4th place, De La Haye, and then Australian, Aussie. That's Katarina Maundrell, 17th yesterday. So she could be also very strong. But she must battle against some girls who were just a little bit higher place, like Katarina Stepova with the 13th place. And being best Czech yesterday. And of course, the leading country with Sumel is Leoni Matis. And De La Haye, who was 4th. And Matis still holds the lead. Let's see how much gap will separate. Remember, after the exchange, it was 7 seconds in front of Czechia and 9 in front of France and 12 in front of Australia. Now it's 9 seconds, Stepova, just 2 seconds slower she has been. And De La Haye dropped significantly, some 10 seconds added to her deficit. 19 she's losing. Oh, little misunderstanding there for Australian. Katarina Montrell. Leoni Matis. Yeah, Swiss team performing differently every year. 2023, Swiss team was 7th. 2024, they won the silver medal. Last year, they were 10th. Again, outside not only top 3, but outside top 6. And this year, they are in the contention for the medal or maybe championships title. So, again, Swiss team could continue this streak. 1 year lower place, another year medal, but there's still several controls remaining, so anything can happen. You can see Switzerland with Matis in front, and then Stepova. It was 9 seconds, now 12. It's gradually, slowly, but some seconds, Matis adding to her lead. And De La Haye was 19, it's now 20, almost the same. And here comes Katrine from Australia. Around a half minute somewhere there. So Australia is still in contention for the medal. Australia, you can see Jantunen in Finland. Missing on results, Australia there. Australia was 2 times 8, 23-24, and last year in top of 6. So fourth place will be another step up for Australian team. You can see the difference, but it looks like not so far away, but it is some way to run. Now we'll see in terms of time. Now Mattis coming to punch with the leading time, and let's see whether those 12 seconds has melted a little bit and will be less than 10. Yeah, that should be less than 10 seconds. Some 9 again, like it was before. Oh, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So Stepova has come closer to seconds to Mattis, contrary to the first intermediate, and now De La Haye the same 20 seconds. So very crucial, interesting last part remaining. Switzerland in the lead. The Czech Republic into the second place and France into the third. So De La Haye could earn finally a medal. So individually she is very close to the medals into the fourth place quite oftenly. De La Haye has a bronze medal in the youth category. But not in the relay yet. Mattis still holds the lead, determined to hold this leading position, which she received from the yesterday's champion Bierer herself. She's a silver medalist, very strong athlete, lost only to the Swedish Freya Järne and Team Sweden at the moment into the 7th place. Freya Järne into the 7th place, some 10 seconds behind Norway, who completes top 6. So Sweden, Norway will be outside. So for Sweden, after 2 years, will be outside the medals. For Norway, second year in a row, will be outside the medal. Arena passage, but maybe I called too early, who knows. Still some controls remaining. The Mattis leads. You remember it was 10 seconds earlier. So at the moment, really, the leading teams doing without some big mistakes, but it looks like she has increased or something similar. It was 10 seconds before and now 15, yeah, increased, but to 15 seconds. Swiss chances for the gold increases slightly, and it was 20 earlier for De La Haye, and now it's 26. So Mattis did very good this part, increased by 5 and 6 seconds to the closest rivals, and we can see Finland now. Jantone moved to the 4th place, and now Australian. Australia just around 40 seconds behind into the 5th place. And then Norway and Sweden should follow. And here's Leonie Mattis. She and Bierer could earn the 2nd medal of these championships. For Bierer, it could be 2nd gold, and for Mattis, silver and gold. But there's still some controls to punch. It's not over yet. And for Stepova and her teammates, could be also first medal. Vladimir Srb was best Czech yesterday with the 6th place. Now you can see Renard and Järne running together. It was 10 seconds separating both. For Norway, Renard, she was 23rd yesterday. Best Norwegian girl. Beste norsk jenta I går med 23. plass. The Hungarian, the bronze medalist last year, Mikes, she was among the team members last year, running the last leg, moved to the 8th place. So Hungarian team, and maybe the lowest place expected from last 4 championships in a sprint relay. 1st, 4th, and 3rd place was for Hungarian team in the last 3 championships. But we can see Switzerland going from the control number 15 to 16. And then France, Finland, Australia, and Czech Republic. Then it could be in Finland, could move a little bit higher. This will be this is quite difficult part and crucial part, decisive part maybe. To the side the places on the podium. No obstacles for Switzerland so far. Hold the lead. She should wave to the car. Finally good that they stopped. We wouldn't see any accident, especially for the leading team here in Karlskrona. Otherwise, the driver will be in prison for the lifetime. Leonie Mattis coming to the arena, and it looks like Switzerland will, after 1 year of break, will return to the podium and will take the gold medal. Spectators clapping, and Switzerland coming with the Swiss flags, and it is. Yeah, last year they could battle for the medals, but Sandvold, the sprint champion, mispunched, and Switzerland with the second team only into the 10th place. But now, Henriette Radzikowski, Loic Berger, Mathieu Bira, and Leonie Mattis taking the gold, becoming the World Junior Sprint Mixed Relay Champion 2026. Switzerland wins. 2 medals yesterday with Bura gold medalist and Mattis silver medalist. And here comes France, finally. France on a podium. Fourth 2023, 2 years ago, and last year into the 8th place. And now 6 positions higher and silver medalist, France. And in the French team, we saw Gaudion, Calendry, Philibert, and De La Haye. And Czech Republic, the title defenders, will be on the podium. The only team on the podium from last year. And this year, for Czechia, run Hanusova, Srb, Urbanek, and Stepova. And Finland, once again, second year in a row, into this 4th place, missing 4 seconds to the medal. 4 seconds to the medal for Finland. Ay, 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 ay. 4 sija Suomi. Yeah, Czech Republic, only team on the podium. Second year in a row. See, Hungary, they will finish. Australia there into the 5th place. And here is Scandinavian battle. Sweden between Norway. And like last year, Sweden is higher. Sweden was 2nd last year, Norway 5th, and now they are completing here. Sweden just 1 second. Jerne, yes, there's a gold medalist. Maybe this is not what she expected at the end. So Katrina Maundrell, she finished 5th. Jerne 6th. Renard Norway 7th. And then Janka Mikes, Hungary. You can see. She moved several places up, but not higher than 7th place. So Hungarian team, which finished no lower than 4th place in last 3 championships, now into the 7th place. And Spain into the 8th place, so much better for the Spanish team. As I told earlier, they finished 22nd last year, now 8th place, very nicely done. And another Swiss team with the 9th, Werder. And here comes team number 70. That's a mixed team. Zaluaga, Catalina on the last leg was. And a 45. And that's a French team, which consisted of. And that's a Norwegian team, French team earlier. Yeah, it was quite interesting. 34. It's Czech 2nd team. With Vizibikova on the last leg. It was Tomanova, Brosch, Andrei Brosch, yeah, including the 2nd Czech team, and Korczak around the 3rd leg. Now Swedish team and team number 11. That's Danish team. Danish team. Gross, Wiede, Fredberg, and Larsen. Larsen was 53rd yesterday. And now another Spanish team. Quite a good day for the Spain as well here. Uma Martinez, last leg. Here comes another Finnish team and 3rd Swedish team as well. Poland, Pula, into the 17th place. Yeah, in Poland last year. and similar place. And Stankevičiūtė finishing Lithuania in top 20. Atonen from Estonia also in top 20. So Estonia was best Baltic country with the 13th place last year. Latvia finished just behind last year. Estonia, Lithuania were third, but now Lithuania is best from Baltic countries. Lithuania will host European Championships, foot orienteering at the end of September. So less than 3 months remaining to that. And some of those juniors will compete in Lithuania in September, most likely. Grimm from Switzerland, Hilton from Great Britain. British team in a 2025 was in very high 7th place. They will just come on from this year's runners. And now some teams trying to squeeze in top 30 will lose some 5 minutes and something. Bib number 17, that's Ukraine. With Yevgenia Oksichenko on the last leg. Here comes Italy with bib number 12. Yeah, Italy with Rivetta. Best Italian yesterday. The first leg, 25th she was. But now Giulia Vedana on the last leg. Adler and Lambertini running. Yeah, Italy was 12th last year with Rivetta, Gaio, Atzler and Stefano. But now much lower Italian team finishing. You can see Turkey in 27th place. Now the Swiss girls exchanging their views, their route choices on the map. Meanwhile, Team Latvia finishing with Grieta Granskana in 28th place. Yeah, unfortunately, mispunch for the Danish team and mispunch for the Estonian team as well. So Latvia with a 28th position. It's when several teams counted from one country. So, but then they will move higher. So Lithuania best from Baltic countries and Latvia will be second. See, team number 10, the leading winning country, the Swiss team. Yeah, after several years, Switzerland wins the title, and after 1 year of break, they return to the podium. In the 2024, the Czech Republic, they lost 25 seconds to the Norwegian team. And Loic Berger was among those as well that time. For Swiss team. Now the standings in top at 10. In first 9 places, first teams. So it means that Sweden is best from Scandinavian countries. Again, Hungary 5 places lower than last year. Czechia once again on the podium. France 6 positions higher. Switzerland 9 positions higher than last year. Australia 1 position higher. Finland in the same 4th place, 2nd year in a row. Norway 2 positions lower than 2025. Now the second teams, and you can see Poland. So Poland at the end could be in top 10. If you count down these second teams. And Lithuania just outside top 10. So best Baltic performance would be from Lithuanians in last championships. Estonia was 12th and 13th last 2 championships. And Lithuania was in top 10 in 2023 in Romania. The last 2 years, Estonia was best. And now, again, after 2 years of break, Lithuania. From Baltic countries. So GPS. Swiss team, France, Australia, Czech Republic. Also Finland added. Finland. Lining some places up to exchange. Anni Jantunen. And they was very close, and then at the end, at one stage somewhere here, Mattis was pulling away. Yeah, Swiss and Czech team doing differently there from the 8th to 9th. It looks like Mattis was swimming some part, but of course not. And let's hope this longer from 11 to 12.
Together in front of the big sponsors screen.
No differences from the leading teams.
Play a little song for the winners.
Here at Arena Passage.
With the new World Junior Championships in sprint relay, Switzerland.
Now, Czech Stepova with the Drew choice. And she lost this second place and possibility to battle to defend the title for the Czech team.
For Switzerland.
Yes, Finland overtook Australia in the battle for the 4th and 5th. And there's close battle between Sweden and Norway. Again, two neighbors, Hungary, Spain.
I have with me here today
Now the winning team, the Swiss
Junior
team,
World
interview.
Championship Sprint Relay 2026. Henriette Radzikowski, Loic Berger, Mathieu Birer, and Leonie Matisse. So, starting with you, Henriette, how was your race?
I think it was a very fun, of course, fast race. I tried to get out in a good position, run in the front, take my route choices, and especially check every control that I can pass over to Loic and give him a good starting position. And I think I fulfilled my job.
You did very well. So moving to Loic, you had a little bit of bad luck yesterday, but you took a revenge today. How does it feel?
Yeah, like today was like a good race. I don't start. So I started in a very good position, and it was a good start. But then I just like a bad fall and twist my foot, and lost my map and lost a lot of time. But after that, it was a good start, a good sprint, and yeah, I'm happy with this. And yeah, after that, he managed to do a very good job, and I'm really happy with this result.
Thanks, Loic. Mathieu, you took a victory yesterday and you continue with another victory today. Can you tell us a little bit more about your race? How was it?
Yeah, I could start at a very comfortable position behind some nations. So it was from the beginning. I always had people in front of me, pushing me, and enabled me to always take the perfect straight line to cut the corners. And I always looked at my map, controlled that my route went through till the control and into well. I could push very hard till the end, very fast course with some straight line where, I really gave it all, and then Leonie did really good.
Great performance, and we move to the last runner and one who take you to the finish line and a gold victory. How does it feel, Leonie?
Yeah, it's really nice. I was surprised how fast Mathieu was on the last loop, and then I was kind of stressed. But yeah, then I looked at my map and I just tried to plan all the controls until to the finish. And I think it was nice because in the end I just had to push, and then my teammates were waiting, before the finish, and that was really nice.
Yeah, I saw you even have to stop a car at I think it was to the last control, and it stopped. How did you perceive that situation?
Yeah, I was like, okay, the car is moving quite fast, and I was like, I'm not faster than a car, so I have to wait, or I have to go in front of the car and then just hope that they will see me. But in the end, it went well, and I was glad that the car was waiting for me. That was really nice.
Okay, now we have a victory also in the sprint relay. I think it was some years ago. The Swiss took a sprint relay. I'm not sure yet about the years, but I think you have proven now that the Swiss is to count for, and you have a favorite today also in the sprint relay. So if you compare this to other victories you have already, how do you count this victory in total?
I think it's a very special one. We haven't won the sprint relay, and I think it means a lot to me, and I think the others as well, after winning forest relay last year and my individual medal in 2023. This one is totally different. It's a new distance, and winning it with the team is also a very nice feeling, and I'm happy we have managed to take it.
Yeah, I think too, and also like the last JWOC is also always a bit different, and you would like to perform very well, and I think finish with a gold medal in the sprint relay for the last JWOC is something very special.
Yeah, I'm really happy to finally perform well in the sprint relay. It has been some struggle the last year, and it's really cool that everyone ran well, and I'm super satisfied with winning also in sprint relay.
Yeah, it really feels special, and it's our last junior world championships, and so it's really nice to have a gold medal.
So I think we give a big applause to the victories of today, the gold medalist of 2026 in the sprint relay.
Thank you.
Yeah, big round of applause for Switzerland. Now you can go directly to the flower ceremony.
Yeah, we heard the interview. Also, a very sweet revenge from yesterday's unlucky race with Miss Punch for Loic Berger. And Leonie Mattis also accepted the situation with a car, with a smile, a positive attitude. And this was a third event, third gold medal. And the same two countries now have won gold medals. Yesterday was Switzerland and Sweden, and now Switzerland adding the second gold. But tomorrow will be the third event, the long distance, and maybe we will see the third or fourth country at these World Junior Championships who will earn the gold medal. One more time, we can see the top at 10 medalists: Switzerland, France, and Czechia. Then completing top 6, Finland, Australia, Sweden. Yeah, now we can see Australia in 5th place. Remember, we lost Australia on the last leg. So I also was a little bit confused, thinking something happened with those Aussies. But at the end, it is okay. And they improve. Australia improving their results with every year. That's also very nice. And if they will continue like this, they will find themselves on a podium. Remember, there's L.A. Dent, born in 2008. And Hurley, yeah, for Cooper Hurley, unfortunately, the last year for the juniors. And for Radajewski as well. Of course, 14th in the sprint, so very good job. Australians really did individually very nicely yesterday and also now in sprint relay. And there are other guys who try to improve. A.M. Best, born in 2007. He will have another year for the junior category. Last year he was 45th in the middle distance. So Australia has some potentials to battle for the podium place. But as usual, it's a Czech Republic, Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, Finland, now France. They will battle once again. Turn right to stand on the podium after the mixed sprint relay. So the flower ceremony. Very soon will come. Best teams will be presented at the flowers. That's usually flower ceremony just after the race. And then in the evening, there's usually medal ceremony. But on the last day, it's also the closing ceremony with the medal ceremony. Some countries could be very happy, satisfied with their results. Some of them maybe a little bit sad with their performances, with Miss Punch or something like this, or some lower plays than expected. Yeah, we will have very soon the flower ceremony. Second day in a row together with you, the commentator he was Batis, but we will wait until the flower ceremony, of course. So 2 newcomers to the podium place. Who were not on the podium last championships.
The medals will be handed out on the big screen where you see football player afterwards. In the medal zone there.
For France, at least several years now on the podium. For Swiss, as I said earlier, 7th, 2nd, 10th, 1st. Very different performances. Of course, they were counted as one of the favorites. Yeah, despite France was the only one with all 4 runners in top 10 and 3 of them in top 6. But for Switzerland, 2 medalists. Bure gold medalist and Mattis a silver medalist. Yeah, Berger could also win a medal yesterday, if not Miss Punch. He could be second one. Yeah, he could be second one, or even the first one, because he went faster than 14 minutes. And the time of winner, Bure, 13:56, he was a little bit better, if I remember correctly. When he finished, he was something 13:40 something. So, of course, he was like very strong 2 Swiss guys and strong girls, and Radzikowski 7th. So, yeah, of course. Switzerland also, very strong team. So no surprise that they are first and France is second. And Czech team, yeah, with only Srb in top 10 yesterday, but Hanuso was 16th, and Urbanek and Stepa was 13th. So that's also quite expected that they are among top 3, the title defenders, despite only Urbanek was from the gold winning team from last year. Yeah, Australia, we counted with 2 silver medalists there. They were in top 5, and Finland also. We counted not as a top 3 favorites, but from those 8 teams who can battle. And yeah, then
So it's time for the flower
almost all
ceremony.
those teams are in
The
top 10.
champions
And then,
teams will step up there
yeah,
together,
Spain maybe
and
finishing ninth. They were doing better
we'll see
early
who are
part
on the way now.
after the third leg. Yeah, Spain dropped to the 9th place, but after the second leg, Spain was in the 4th place. Norway, Sweden were counted as well. They were in 6th and 7th place.
Okay, so here they come. Give them a big round of applause.
And now it's a time for flower ceremony, starting with the 3rd place.
The prize
They're coming all 3
will be handed out
teams
by
lining up.
Holmberg, system developer on iLog.
And starting with the 3rd place. That's the defending champions from 2025 this year, earning 3rd place. And that's Czech Republic. Let's congratulate Marketa Hanusova, Vladimir Srb, Tomáš Urbanek, and Katerina Stepova.
On second place, they were in the lead for a long time. Luis Gagnon, Simon Calandri, Nathan Pilbert, Fanny Delahaye.
After 2-4 places individually yesterday, France on the podium. Lucie Gaudion, Simon Calandri, Nathan Philibert, and Fanny Delahaye. Deuxième place.
But today's winners, unstoppable when they came
And the
up in the
2026
lead.
World Junior Championships in orienteering sports mixed sprint relay winners and champions from Switzerland.
Give a big round of applause for Switzerland and new world champion.
Henriette Radzikowski, Loic Berger, Mathieu Burer, and Leonie Mattis. Yeah, 2 years ago when Switzerland won the silver medal, Loic Berger was in that team, only one from today's. Radzikowski was not included. So Czech Republic, France and Switzerland winning their medals today. The sprint relay, second event at these World Junior Championships orienteering sports in Sweden. But several events in front, and tomorrow on Wednesday we'll continue with long distance, the 3rd event and 2nd individual event. Well, I can see the flowers flying into the crowd. This beautiful Karlskrona city center. So, thank you, dear orienteering friends, for listening and watching together with you, Ivar Zbacis. Let's meet tomorrow once again. Have a nice Tuesday. Skål ses. Auf Wiedersehen. Bis bald. Tschüss. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Lead Rita.